Pleased to say I will be alongside Joe Tomlinson as we look to crown who is the ultimate FIFA 20 player in the Premier League. Once again, all 20 Premier League clubs represented either by a player from their squad, an ex-player or celebrity fan. And we are down to the quarter-final stages. 4 big matches still to come today, Joe.
Yeah, I'm predicting plenty of goals today, that's for sure. But a quick reminder for everybody watching, please do stay home and help save lives. And the prize fund from this EPL Invitational is being donated to the Players Together initiative. So that is great to see. Right, let's have a quick look at the game you're about to see, because this one is going to be entertaining, I guarantee you that. It's Leicester versus Southampton. James Maddison, who scored 8 goals in his first game, versus Michael Obafemi, who scored 7 in his. So I'm expecting fireworks from this one. Let's have a look, though, at the round in full and what you can expect to see today. Obviously, Leicester versus Southampton coming up. We've also got Charlie Taylor versus Keenan Davis in Burnley, Aston Villa. The winner of that would pay the winner of this game. On the other side of the draw, we've got Max Aarons against Emerson, Norwich versus Chelsea, and we've got John Egan versus his Ireland colleague, Aaron Connolly. So loads of great games, Smithy. Do you want to just take the people through the rules quickly, though?
Yeah, here are the all-important rules that you do need to be aware of for the EPL Invitational. It is a straight knockout tournament. You lose 1 game, you're out. It's as simple as that. And every single round consists of just 1 game. Every Premier League club represented either by a player from their squad, an ex-pro or a celebrity fan. These are the all-important in-game rules that you need to be aware of. 2 6-minute halves for every single match. In the event of a draw, golden goal will be used to determine the winner, just like we saw in the final of the first EPL Invitational. Diogo Jota of Wolves needing golden goal to defeat Trent Alexander-Arnold of Liverpool. And finally, 85 rated Premier League squads in kickoff mode to establish who is the ultimate FIFA 20 player.
Yeah, we've seen some incredible games and some incredible goals. We can have a look at the round of 16 goals that we saw yesterday. This was Norwich versus Tottenham. Now, Tottenham had come for a tough first game. Ryan Sessegnon had to beat favourite Spencer Owen. But he really struggled against Max Aarons in this round. Max Aarons took a 2-0 advantage within 40 minutes thanks to Timu Pukki, and then got a third before half-time too. Abel Hernandez smashing in low. In the second half, Ryan Sessegnon came out much, much better. Fist pumping when he scored his goal, but it didn't last too long, did it? Because Max Aarons quickly got a 4th goal to make it 4-1. Ryan Sessegnon nearly leaving the room. The next game saw Manchester City come up against Burnley. There was lots of talk in the FIFA community about Phil Foden's standard. He was regularly getting 25 wins on weekend league, so we expected a lot, but he went 1-0 down. He did equalise 1-1, but Charlie Taylor, who's developing into something of a dark horse with this Burnley team, looked really strong. He took the advantage yet again. This time it was Jack Cork. Phil Foden managed to peg him back one more time, though. This time Sergio Aguero smashing home low. But you guessed it, one more time, Jack Cork popped up, arriving late to fire home low to make it 3-2. The game wasn't done and dusted there, though, because there was still more drama. Another goal, this time from Jay Rodriguez for Burnley, put the game beyond doubt. We did see Phil Foden get a consolation through Sergio Aguero, but it didn't matter. Burnley progressed to the next round, 4-3 victors. For Manchester United, Jofre Archer smashed home with Paul Pogba, an absolute screamer of a goal. That one, Manchester United to go 1-0 up. Sheffield United then hit back John Egan. We didn't know too much about him, but he scored a great goal there. Jofre Archer must be kicking himself after this one, though. Giving the ball away, David McGoldrick getting another goal there. This game swung both ways, though. Jofre Archer then equalised with Anthony Martial before putting Manchester United in front. This time it was Bruno Fernandes scoring low at the front post. John Egan didn't give up, though. He scored with Ollie Norwood to make it 3-3 before then going on and winning the game with this rifled effort from McGoldrick. Look at the celebration. The arms are on show. The final game saw today's player, James Maddison, come up against Max Meyer. Max scored a great short free kick early doors to put Crystal Palace 1-0 up, but James stayed calm throughout. Lovely link-up play between Kelechi Iheanacho and Jamie Vardy brought him back level. But don't write Max Meyer off. He went up the other end and scored again. This time it was Wilfried Zaha putting Palace 2-1 up. James Maddison used Harvey Barnes to great effect, scoring at the front post. You can see what that meant to him in the 67th minute before eventually getting a winner. The James Maddison dragbacks that we've seen so much from Vardy set up a Jose Perez. Look at the celebration and what it meant to Madders, Smithy.
Such great competition, and it's been brilliant so far, the mix of current players, ex-players, celebrity fans. But I think Madders has been one of the best in terms of the celebrations, very expressive in his celebrations, Joe. He probably wins that battle so far.
Yeah, 100%. He was in Callum Wilson's head from minute one, wasn't he? Talking about living rent-free in the first game. Then we saw big celebrations after that victory against Max Meyer. You know, it's always great to see entertainment, and James Maddison is definitely one of our more entertaining players. But let's not forget about Michael Obafemi. You know, against Tony Bellew, he was chest pumping, he was going absolutely mad, and that was against a world champion boxer. So I'm looking forward to seeing how entertaining he is today as well.
Yeah, and I'm pleased to say we can talk to both players. It's worth pointing out that not only are they two of the most animated and celebrated players whenever they score a goal, but they're also the two top scoring competitors in this tournament so far. James Maddison has played a game more, but of all the competitors left in it, these two are the highest scoring. Here's Madders now. Madders, are we expecting more goals today from you? A lot of goals because you've scored a bucket load so far in this tournament.
Yeah, you can expect a lot of goals. A lot of mind games, and hopefully a Leicester win. So yeah, let's go.
Hopefully a Leicester win, you say. Have you been speaking to many of your Leicester teammates? We saw Wilfred and Didi, a bit of stick from some of his teammates in EPL Invitational 1 because he had one game and lost quite emphatically. Have any of the Leicester boys been in touch with you?
I got a text off Kelechi Iheanacho this morning, actually, saying you're welcome. I think he scored 4 in the first game against Callum Wilson, so I think he was quite happy with himself. But like I tweeted earlier on, I've got to make amends for Wilfred and Didi's work in the first tournament, losing 8-2, I think it was. So I'm trying to make amends for him.
Yeah, it was. Worth pointing out, it was to Diogo Jota, who went on to win the whole tournament. So trying to give him some praise there. Let's talk about your opponent, Michael, today, because he was very vocal. I don't know if you saw that, but he played against Tony Bellew and was a brave man being vocal against that man, because I wouldn't be vocal against Tony Bellew. But he actually said before the game, please take your son out of the room because this isn't going to be pretty. And he was right. So you've got a bit of a battle on your hands today.
Yeah, luckily it's just me in the room. I ain't got no kids, so no, it's going to be a tough one. He scored obviously 7 goals, I think it was, but I think he'll be nervous, to be honest. So we'll have to see what happens.
And you have been very vocal. You have been brilliant to watch. Final message to your opponent before we get going with this game. What would you like to say to your opponent, Madders?
I'd like to wish him all the best, and just hope that the 9-0 in real life isn't like getting in his head at all, and just focus on FIFA.
Oh, wow, he's gone there. He has gone there. Of course, James Maddison referring to Leicester beating Southampton 9-0 this season. And we saw that reaction from Michael there, clapping his hands. He couldn't believe what he heard there. He's mentioned it, Joe. He's mentioned the 9-0.
I can't believe it. Michael, let's get your reaction to that straight away.
I mean, we went back to their ground and we buried them, and that's what we've got to say. 2-1.
So do you think you're going to bury Leicester again today?
100%. 100%.
And obviously we saw you
100%.
We saw you very vocal in your first game against Tony Bellew. Can we expect more animated scenes today? You're going to be giving Madders some over the chat?
Oh, 100%. I'm going to be in his head. From minute one.
Right, let's get it on then. No messing about. Looking forward to this one, Smithy.
Yeah, absolutely love the thoughts of both players there. Let's bring in our casters. As always, Brandon Smith and Richard Buckley have been joining Joe and myself, commentating throughout this tournament. They will be with us till the end of the tournament. Of course, the final day is tomorrow. Brandon, got to come straight to you first. We heard James Maddison mention the 9-0. Michael saying, I'm in his head, I'm going to win. This is brilliant, isn't it? Real mind games going on in this one.
Yeah, amazing stuff. It's what we want at the end of the day. But of course, this is a FIFA tournament with professional Premier League clubs involved. But it's all about entertaining those fans all around the world as well. And I'm going to go out on a limb here, Smithy, and say that I think whoever wins this game will make the final. on this side of the bracket. I think whoever wins this game out of these two players goes on to win their semi-final, then will make the final from this side of the bracket. Because I feel like one of them scored a handful of goals, the other one scored, even more goals than that. He scored 5 goals himself, did Michael Obafemi, which is insane to do. So I honestly think one of these two will make the final.
Oh, okay, I like that. I like you sticking your neck out with the prediction. Richard, these have been two of the most entertaining players to watch. I know they can hear me. I hope they're going to give it large when they celebrate like they have been previously. And also scored a lot of goals. The scoring competitors left in the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely, Smithy. The celebrity fans almost fall to one side. This is the business end of the tournament right now. 2 players, 2 comfortable FIFA players. They're up for it. I'm up for it. This is going to be tasty, Smithy.
Okay, we are ready to go. It's our first quarter-final of the day, our first game of day 4. James Maddison representing Leicester against Michael Obafemi of Southampton. Let's head over to our casters, Brandon Smith and Richard Buckley.
Thank you very much, Smith. And here we go then. Day 4 of the EPL Invitational is officially underway. And we're underway with quarter-final action. Could be an early goal as well from the word go. Michael Obafemi wants to get back on the score sheet. He nearly did in about 3 minutes of this game. But Richard, I come to you. How do you see this game going? Because I touched upon it. I honestly think one of these two have got enough in the tank to maybe make a grand final.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you, Brandon. I think if you just look at the performances that we've had, Maddison played that extra game because he had to get through round 1 as well. Dispatched Callum Wilson 8 goals to 1. He then had a much different game versus Max Meyer, 3 goals to 2. So he's seen that he can be expansive in the attacking areas, but he can also defend very well. He can see games out. He's got that sort of backbone and determination to grind through games. Obafemi could be in here. Early start for Michael Obafemi. Slots it in at the near post. What a start for the Saints.
Michael, at this rate, where was your team of the season? FIFA item. You keep scoring goals.
Crazy. They ain't watching.
Incredible start to our first quarter-final of the day. We must go out and say this is the furthest that both of these teams have got in an EPL Invitational. Last time out, it was Leicester that fell in the round of 16. Obviously, that was the 8-2 onslaught that they were talking about with Diogo Jota for Wolverhampton Wanderers, who went and won the whole tournament. On the other side of that, Southampton went out in the first round.
Jack Stevens.
Back to goal. Chance. Fantastic defender at the back from Jack Stevens in the end. But this time in Rich, they've got new recruits in both teams, Leicester and Southampton. And one of these two teams will be making it to the final 4. Danny Ings nearly with a chance to make it 2-0 there. Schmeichel clears up the danger.
Let's not forget James Maddison last night, Brandon. He went 1-0 down early against Max Meyer. He came back and won the game. Vardy and Iheanacho leading the line for him. They've been so dangerous. Jamie Vardy looking for the near post. Hits the side netting. This is tense.
The pre-talk as well, of course, as we know, when Leicester did go to St Mary's, this
how lucky is that?
In the Premier League. Back in October last year, back to goal. Could have been 2 once again. Danny Ings looking to get on the score sheet, but the story of that was, Richard, it was a 9-0 win for Leicester. Obviously, Michael returned the comment saying, away, we beat you 2-1, but a 9-0 victory it was. I know Maddison did get on the score sheet in that game. Can he do it here on the virtual pitch in a quarter-final?
This is the sort of the rubber match, isn't it? Both players and both teams have won 1 game at each other's ground. This is the decider. Who's going to be going through to the semi-final? Leicester or Southampton? Ayozo Perez looking to get down that byline. Good defending again from Ryan Bertrand.
It's one thing that we've seen all the time is that drag back. It's simple, it's effective. If you're out there and you're a FIFA player yourself, get on it, that drag back. It's so simple to do and it's so deadly. There's a chance, could be another one. Honestly, Rich, this could have been 3 or 4 goals already slotted away in the first 25 minutes of this game.
Looking for that long ball again, isn't he? Over the top. Kasper Schmeichel was fantastic in the round of 16 match for Leicester City. A huge save in the 90th minute to keep Max Meyer out. He's going to have to be on top form again against this attacking threat that Michael Obafemi possesses.
And let's not forget as well, Richard, Michael Obafemi has not conceded a goal yet. Didn't concede a single goal in that last game. Hasn't conceded yet as we approach the 30th minute mark in this one. I doubt that clean sheet will stand after it because of the goals that
How
both
is that
these two have
foul?
scored. But certainly a stat we need to keep an eye on. Scored 8 goals, hasn't conceded a single goal. Not sure if you heard, Richard, before the game started, Ian Atcho dropped James a text last night saying, pretty much thanked me for all my efforts out on the virtual pitch. He scored, what, 4 goals was it, in that 8-1 victory?
Yeah. He's been fantastic, hasn't he? Højbjerg inside the box. And that's Michael Obafemi shushing the camera to James Maddison. Wow, Michael Obafemi, 2-0 up.
He's had more of the chances. Deserves to be up by 2 goals in this game. Ian Atcho just offside. Not the start the Foxes would have wanted on the road.
I saw the
Away at
possession
St Mary's
though,
in this quarter-final.
In the possession, 60+% for James Maddison. He's having a lot of the ball, just in that final third, that the chance creation not being there. That header just glancing off the crossbar from a very tight angle.
He came so close, didn't he? A glancing header at the back post. Michael Obafemi does lead by 2-0 here if you have just joined us. Day 4 of the EPL Invitational. And the Saints do lead by 2-0. A semi-final place in the competition does await them. If they can pull through this game. There's still plenty of time left. We've seen fantastic comebacks already in this competition. Ian Atcho scored 4 goals, but at the moment, the Saints' defence just being able to keep track of him.
And I feel like we've seen a more well-rounded Michael Obafemi here, Brandon, as well. In that first game against Tony Bellew, no disrespect to the former Cruiserweight champion, but you could tell he wasn't comfortable with FIFA. So it was sort of an onslaught from Obafemi, just attack after attack after attack. Here you've seen a much more well-rounded performance. Defensively, very, very good. Going forward, he's playing the right passes. He's playing the over-the-top through balls when he needs to. That's a little bit reckless at the back, and a chance for Maddison to get a goal before half-time here.
Added time of just 2 minutes to follow. Will be last chance of the half as well to Michael Obafemi. Will he get a chance to attack this? He has to get that ball forward. James Ward-Prowse will be intercepted. I think that will do us for half-time. Or will the referee let him play it on Ian Atcho? This has to be a goal. It has to be a goal. He's turned, he's twisted. Vardy on the finesse. That was needed for the Foxes. And for a second, I thought he overplayed it.
Needed goal for Maddison just on half-time. The main man, Jamie Vardy, I thought he overplayed it, as you said, Brandon, but a fantastic tucked finesse from Vardy. 2-1 in at half-time. What a game we've got on our hands.
Oh, what a big goal that could be for you, James Maddison.
Yeah. I just didn't trust Kelechi Iheanacho on his right foot, you know.
I heard you saying you felt like Michael was getting quite lucky in that first half as well.
Yeah. A few little ricochets. A couple of tackles that won, like found its way back into his path and stuff. I've dominated the ball. He's just took his chances, to be fair.
Michael, there we go. We hear James say he's been dominating on the ball and you're getting a bit lucky. Do you agree with him?
Nope. That's what I'm saying.
You're very concentrated right now. Are you going to make any changes or are you just going to see this game out with the same team?
Nah, same team right now.
He looks nervous to me.
Just before half time as well. Terrible.
The mind games are in full flow then. We'll let you start the second half. Back over to our casters, Brandon and Rich.
Thank you very much, Joe. And yeah, not too many words said between these two at half-time because we're in a quarter-final. Let's not forget that. There's huge implications on the line in this game. But one fact that I took away from that half, Richard, was that Leicester actually had more possession.
Yeah, 58% of the ball Leicester did have. This could be a chance straight from the get-go. Jamie Vardy looking to dig it into Maddison at the back post. No! Off the bar.
Oh, it's a chance. There'll be another chance. Oh, just wide of that left-hand post. From himself, James Maddison, wearing the captain's armband. You can see it on the replay again. Wow.
That were in.
Wow. Superb defending from Southampton. Another day, honestly, I think that one goes into left-hand corner. That cross. And he played as far as a red and white shirt. Nathan Redmond does go down to ground, but counter-attack does come to nothing. Ian Acho just not twisting and turning up against his man.
Don't know if you remember it, Brandon, but memory seems to sort of collect that James Maddison were 2-0 down against Tammy Abraham in the Football Staying Home Cup at half-time. He turned that game around and won 3-2. We know that he has got it in his locker to turn results around.
No, dead.
He's struggling. He's struggling at the moment. This press from Leicester has been relentless since this second half has got underway. Inacho must score a goal on his own. I know James said he didn't trust him, but in those kind of areas, you've got to trust the man.
This is all Leicester. The barrage is continuing. Ndidi played it through to Jamie Vardy. Drag back, looking for a shot. Is it going to be a pass? Just overplaying it, Madders.
I'll tell you what, there's only one team that's going to go on to win this.
Michael, you must be feeling the pressure right now.
No, I'm alright.
It's got Maddison dictating the game in there.
Oh, no.
Here comes Ian Acho.
Block it, yeah! He's never seen
Vardy, what can Vardy do? And there's Stevens in the way. Jack Stevens stands strong. It just comes off his body once again. He's been making block after block at the back for the Saints.
Heroic defending back there. But the OBE is going out if Obafemi was to go on and win this game with the defending that he's been seeing. Ian Acho inside the box, heavy touch. Been all one-way traffic since half-time towards the Saints' goal.
It's the first time that...
Wait, what's going on?
I've actually been able to get the ball with Southampton players in this opposing half of Leicester. Shot comes in, the man himself with the captain's armband on, looking to put this game away and put it to bed.
Wait.
With a 2-goal advantage.
Wait, you can't lack
Nathan Redmond on the edge, twisting and turning. James Maddison to pick up the pieces, and Leicester will come again in numbers. We've got 25 minutes left of this game. Vardy. Options in support.
Yeah!
Goes for that drag
Come
back.
on!
James Maddison! James Maddison!
Rid the captain's
Does not miss from there.
Maddison, we've seen a comeback before when you're 2-0 down at half-time in another tournament. You're doing it again. What is it with you coming from behind?
I can't get my own running right now.
In doubt.
Look, we just keep losing it.
There was no better feeling than that when that went into the back of the net. As you said, Richard,
There's no way.
James been involved in a handful of other tournaments. England Home Cup. He scored. Chance. Vardy. Drag to goal. Drag back off the drag back.
There's no way.
Be there for the Foxes.
Is Michael Obafemi about to crumble under this pressure that Maddison is putting on? Or will he find a way out? We'll find out in the next 20 minutes of FIFA. But I tell you one thing for sure. Since half-time, it has been all James Maddison and all Leicester City.
Honestly, I'm completely with you. Ian
Come
back
on!
to goal, twisting and turning. It's absolutely beautiful.
Get in there, Kelly.
He said he didn't trust him. I'm sure he's trusted him now because Ian Acho might have just booked a place for the Foxes in the semi-finals.
What a turnaround. After being 2-0 down, scoring on half-time, and then an absolute, in all honesty, beautiful performance since half-time. Pressing high up the pitch, winning the ball back in good areas. Entourage, a blue shirt. Danny Ings. Oh, what a game we've got on our hands.
Yeah. This is only a taster of what's coming up today in day 4 of the EPL Invitational. We could be going to golden goal in our first quarter-final, Richard.
Straight Ings linking up with Obafemi. He's been fantastic in the Premier League this season thus far, has Danny Ings. He's doing it for Obafemi here in the Premier League Invitational.
And you feel like, Richard, that goal might have just given Obafemi that extra 5-10% confidence that he's been looking for in this second half, because in all honesty, he has been dominated in this second half.
There's only one stat that matters. That's in the top left corner.
He's so
goals win games.
What? It's going 4 yards wide.
Michael makes the save, but James not very happy about that one. All into the box now. Free header, still bouncing around. Stevens with the shot.
I'll tell you what, if Stevens was to score the winner after blocking everything that's come his way in this second half, man of the match performance going his way.
I need some quality defenders for me
right now. There's going to be one more chance, Richard. There's going to be one more big chance before we get into the nitty-gritty last few minutes, additional time. Vardy does get dispossessed in the end. Chance for the Saints to come forward once again.
Why is he so fast?
Get there, kill it.
Got an overlap.
Rouse.
Kill it, back in. Outstanding.
Oh, 30, man. Eliteness.
Tell you what, there's a reason why these two are in the final eight, Richard. What a display they've put on for us and everybody at home.
Play.
Daniel Ings.
Run, Jamie Vardy.
Tell you what, another day that deflects into the path of Michael Obafemi. It's a long ball forward. I'd say it's a massive ball forward. Jamie Vardy could be through it. He's very wide though on the pitch. What can he do? Put that ball back inside. Jack Stevens back to defend.
Shattered.
You can see Perez knackered as well. No energy left. Remember, we will be going to golden goal. If there's not another goal in this game in normal time.
One more
Added
chance.
time of 3 minutes. That is enough, Richard, to get this ball back down the other end.
You always get one more chance. And it's going to fall to Leicester City.
It's impossible.
Iheanacho.
Oh, what?
Back to Maddison. Well defended. It's hoof long. I think that will do us.
Why is it so open?
Or is he going to play one more? Referee's playing on one more chance. Vardy. Still Jamie Vardy. And that will do us, Richard. Golden goal will be needed between Leicester City and Southampton. What a fantastic game this has been.
So there you have it.
Without
doubt, the most exciting game of the tournament so far. They can't be separated. James Maddison of Leicester 3, Michael Obafemi Southampton 3. Joe, what a game we saw there. Not only did we see great goals and great action, but the celebration scenes. We saw the shush from Michael Obafemi. We saw Maddison saying only one person's going to win this. They're both trying to get in each other's heads, but they cannot be separated. We go to golden goal.
Yeah, best game of the tournament so far for me, Smithy. It's had it all, isn't it? It's had a great comeback from James Maddison. I thought, to be honest with you, in that second half, it was all one-way traffic. There was only going to be one winner, Maddison said, in the game, didn't he? And I think in my head, he was right at that moment. I thought Leicester were going to go on and win it, but to hit back like that shows a real sign of confidence for Michael Obafemi. He'll take loads from that. And I am buzzing for golden goal because everything's on the line right now. Jack Stevens has turned into Maldini for Michael Obafemi, Smithy.
Jack Stevens has been brilliant. Just a reminder that we haven't had golden goal in EPL Invitational 2 yet. We saw it 3 times in our first EPL Invitational, including in the final. So we do go to golden goal for the first time in this EPL Invitational. And Joe, something tells me that there's going to be just huge celebrations for whoever scores this goal.
Oh, 100%. It's just whether or not James can control it in and around the box. Michael's looking to play a little bit more on the break, isn't he, and use the pace of Michael Obafemi. But this game is just so tense. Both players must have properly sweaty palms right now, Smith.
They must have sweaty palms indeed. Brilliantly entertaining. Let's hand back to our commentators. For golden goal between Leicester and Southampton, Brandon Smith and Richard Buckley.
Well, the stage is set. That's St Mary's first goal. We'll decide who moves on into the final 4 of
Jackman!
the EPL Invitational.
We saw the 90-minute masterclass performance from Jack Stevens. Now we're in golden goal. It looks like he's going to be continuing. that performance.
Free kick played short. More Prowse to pick that one up. Could be a chance. Played across goal. It's off the line. Still the chance. Up in the air, James Maddison. That drag back, but I think it's getting to a stage now where he's been using it so much, Richard. It's become slightly predictable.
Maddison himself. Oh, beautiful.
James Maddison. James Maddison! The Foxes snatch it in golden goal at St Mary's. And who else would it be? Michael Obafemi can't believe it. We can't believe it. And I'm sure Leicester can't as well, because they're going to be in the final four of the Premier League Invitational.
Come on, man.
So there we have it. Leicester have scored. Leicester have won thanks to a golden goal. James Maddison scoring with his own in-game player. What a match we saw. Let's have a quick word with Michael Obafemi. Michael, I can see just how disappointed you are. Michael, talk to us. What a cruel way to lose.
Oh, mate. What is that? I've let myself down. Oh, mate, I can't even speak. I can't speak.
What did you make of the mind games? This is a battle of the mind games, Michael, wasn't it? Both of you very vocal. We saw you shush celebration. We saw Madders saying only one team's going to win it. It was brilliantly entertaining for the viewers. What do you make of your opponent's mind games?
I mean, I wouldn't really say he was in my head, to be honest. I just crumbled. I just crumbled towards the end. That's what it is. Oh, mate, nah. I'm a very bad loser, as you can tell as well. So,
And of course, Michael, that was our first golden goal of the whole tournament. Just talk to us how the nerves are going into golden goal.
I mean, everyone's fresh, so you're thinking, yeah, everyone's like it's gonna be moving better. But Jack was moving like Maldini in the first game. Next thing you know, James Maddison just done a flipping back skill and
We've got to bring James
I can't
Maddison
even
in.
speak.
James,
I can't
what a
speak.
game we witnessed. That was without doubt the game of the tournament. The first time we've seen golden goal. You found yourself behind, and then what a comeback. And then he came back, and then it went to golden goal. Talk to us about your nerves and how you're feeling now to come through that.
Well, Jose Mourinho won Premier Leagues off the back of mind games, didn't he? So I think that was definitely a big thing. I thought I was living in his head rent free, to be honest. I could tell he got a bit nervous at the start of the golden goal game. He made a little pass which he hadn't made all game. Obviously, nerves get the better of people sometimes, and that's what pressure does, isn't it? So I'm happy to stay cool with myself and slot in the corner and progress to the semi-final. I can see his face on my screen.
Michael, I've got to bring you in there. He says that you felt the nerves. He said that he was living in your head rent-free. What would you like to say back to Matters there?
I mean, all I got to say is it was a good game, and I would say I was probably the best player in the tournament. So I hope he goes on and wins it. That'll make me feel a bit better about myself.
Madders, you scored the winner with yourself as well. James Maddison on the score sheet. Vardy played well as well. Final message to your opponent. I can tell he's absolutely devastated. What would you like to say? Because it was a fantastic game we witnessed. Unfortunately, we've lost James Maddison, but congratulations to James because he does advance to our semi-finals. Here's our first semi-finalist. Big thanks to Michael as well. Brilliant, brilliant entertainment and brilliant FIFA play as well. Michael, thank you very much for being part of this tournament.
Thank you for having me. Cheers.
Cheers, Michael. So there we go, Joe. Our first golden goal. Unfortunately, we did lose James at the end. I thought we'd lost Michael as well, but that wasn't a freeze frame of him with his head in his hands. He was just that gutted that he couldn't but show that emotion. What a cruel way to lose, Joe.
Yeah, what a cruel way to lose. I do think on the balance of the entire game, James Maddison probably deserved the victory. He was very dominant on the ball, wasn't he? And of course, came back and overturned that early 2-0 deficit. But you have to say, how entertaining were both of those players? Michael Obafemi, brilliant reactions every time he scored and conceded. James Maddison is clearly trying to play mind games with every single opponent. So I don't know whether it will be Charlie Taylor maybe that he features next. And Charlie Taylor... Look at Michael Obafemi. He's absolutely raging still, Smithy. Absolutely raging. This is great to see, Smith.
I've got to say, Michael and James have been absolutely brilliant. The entertainment that they've shown us, you can see just what it means to these players. These are professional athletes that play at the top of their game. They don't want to lose in absolutely anything, let alone FIFA. And to be crowned the ultimate FIFA 20 player in the Premier League is a big accolade. But you're quite right, Joe. James Maddison, he said to Callum Wilson he's going to be the king of Coventry. He said to Max Meyer that it was only going to be one winner. He said there he was living in Michael's head rent-free. He's really winning the mind games. It's showing because he's won every game he's played. And he looks a real competitor. And I wouldn't bet against James Maddison going all the way in this tournament.
Neither would I. So we do now have confirmation of that result. Leicester City progressed past Southampton after a 4-3 golden goal victory that saw James Maddison score the winner with his own character to send Michael Obafemi crashing out of the tournament. We can see the draw in full and what it means as well. Madders progresses to the semi-final. He'll face either Keenan Davis or Charlie Taylor. And we can expect James Maddison to try and get in both of their heads early doors. So keep your eyes peeled because there's going to be fireworks this afternoon. I guarantee it as well. And you can see that fixture coming up next. Burnley versus Aston Villa. Charlie Taylor, one of the competition's dark horses, versus star player Keenan Davis for a chance to face James Maddison in the semi-finals, Smithy.
Yeah, apparently James Maddison is already trying to get in his next opponent's head, and he doesn't even know who his next opponent is. That's how much he loves the mind games. But who will he face? We will find out in just 20 minutes. 4 o'clock, we are back for Burnley against Aston Villa. Just a quick reminder from us all here. Please stay home in an attempt to save lives. We'll be back very shortly for more FIFA action. Bye-bye.